Hey Barbs and Barbies, welcome to my video on the best build to dominate the Trial of the Hordes event. This build is based on the Detonate build from Crane Plays that was released 4 months ago, which was pretty awesome. But since then we've got some new essences, this build gets even stronger. So let me show you how to become a legend quickly and easily. To win more battles and reach a higher rank faster, you'll need 3 things: AoE damage, CC immunity, and survivability. So how do we archive this? We use Heartless Terror to modify Demoralize as the biggest and hardest hitting AoE skill our class has to offer with a low cooldown. We also gain CC immunity to the knockbacks. To get more out of Demoralize, we are using Lion's Mane. Demoralize also detonates the wounds of nearby enemies, immediately resolving any continual damage effects. It also lowers the cooldown of Demoralize. With the Dishonored Blade we increase the duration of the CC immunity by 39%, so we nearly have a 100% uptime on this skill. Now to our Whirlwind skill. With Fallow Field, Whirlwind will no longer consume energy, but it will now consume our life. In addition to that, the damage of Whirlwind is increased by 18%. Next we need something for survivability. Roar of Persuasion. Not only does it increase our critical strike damage, but it also gives us life drain and lower the cooldown of Wrath. Hell's Legacy is my favorite shoulder piece. Sprint now leaves a trail of flames, dealing damage to enemies. It also can proc other effects like Viper's Bite or Seeping Bile. We do not have too many options for trousers, so the best choice would be Swift Wing, only to lower the cooldown of Sprint even further. And last but not least we have the armor slot. With Indignant Survivor we increase our whirlwind damage. You also could have Ferocious Gale to get some tornadoes. Now let's have a short look on the best legendary gems you could use. There are some gems like Mother's Lament I would highly recommend. It increases your critical hit chance by 32% for 6 seconds. Another gem which everyone should use is Viper's Bite. It adds a continuous damage effect on enemies, causing them to take damage from poison every second up to 6 seconds. Pain Clasp is a useful addition. It increases all damage dealt by 24% to enemies suffering from those continuous damage effects. What I really recommend is Void Spark even on rank 1. It unleashes a lightning bolt on up to 8 enemies, dealing damage, and it can also proc other continuous damage effects like Viper's Bite or Everlasting Torment. Now let's take a look at the set items. As you may have noticed, I'm focusing on the continuous damage effects. Therefore the best set is Banquet of Eyes. Like Pain Clasp, it increases all damage dealt to enemies suffering from continuous damage effects, and it increases your critical hit chance up to 25%. The second set I use is Vitha's Urges. It increases the duration of beneficial effects by 30%. That means Sprint, Berserkers, CC immunity, and many more could have a 100% uptime. Okay, enough theory. Let's dive into a gameplay from last season to see this build in action. You don't have to fear your opponent. It doesn't matter how much resonance they have or what level they are. All you have to do is fight monsters, and now you have the best build to do it. As you can see, smaller monsters die from your flaming trail and continuous damage effects, even if you don't hit them directly. This passive damage source helps you kill monsters in a larger area. Try to use Demoralize when you are in the middle of the map to damage a larger area. Ideally, you should wait for your opponent to send monsters to you. But since Demoralize has such a short cooldown, feel free to use it whenever you think you need damage or CC immunity. Well, and here you can see why CC immunity is important. Later in the game, this would have been the difference between winning and losing. Always look for the globes. The cooldown reset or increased crit chance is very helpful. You can also leave them until the end of the game when it gets harder. Okay, Barbs and Barbies. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions or suggestions, please write them in the comments. I keep my fingers crossed that you successfully complete this event and become who you are destined to be. A legend. Maybe I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have fun and a great day.